हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हो आप लोग। माई सेल्फ चेतन गर्ग, आई एम मास्टर टीचर here at Vedantu. I welcome you all to our RMO flashback series. In today's session, we will be discussing question number 6 and 7th of year 1999. One of these questions is from algebra and the other one is from number theory, right? And before starting the session, I'll just give you one information. All of you must be knowing that this year pre-RMO has been renamed to IOQM, Indian Olympiad Qualifier in Mathematics, right? And the tentative date for this examination is 17th of Jan, right? If you do not know this information, you should visit the official website of HBCSE, right? And for the same exam, we are launching a crash course that will start from first week of November, right, till this 17th of January, right? The course is completely free of cost. All you need to do is just mail me these credentials on this email ID, chetan.garg@vedantu.com. Right. Kindly write the mail subject as pre-RMO crash course registration. Right. And those who have already cleared pre-RMO exam, we will directly enroll you to RMO and INMO batches. These batches are currently being run at our Vedantu platform, right? To enroll in these batches, you must clear either of the exam pre-RMO or NTSE or NSCJS, right? Just mail me these credentials on this email ID to get enrolled in these batches, right? So let's start our session. This is question number 6 of year 1999. As you can see, this question is clearly from number theory, right? We need to find all the solutions in integers m and n of the equation this m minus n whole square equals to 4mn upon m plus n minus 1, right? All right. So let's. One thing is this, that m plus n that cannot be equal to 1, else the denominator will be 0, right? So if we cross multiply this thing, what we will get, m minus n whole square into m plus n minus 1, that is equal to 4mn. 4mn is nothing but it is m plus n whole square, right, minus m minus n whole square, that is also 4mn. So we can write this thing, m plus n whole square minus m minus n whole square, in the place of 4mn, right? As you can see, this m minus n whole square minus 1, that is m minus n whole square, that will get cancelled out with this. So what is left is m minus n whole square into m plus n, that is nothing but m plus n whole square, right? All right. So from this, obviously one solution is m plus n equals to 0. So either this will be one of the solution, m plus n equals to 0, or we can cancel out this thing, and what we will get, m minus n whole square, right, that will be equal to m plus n, right? I hope this is clear now, Anna. So if let's assume m minus n to be equals to k, then m plus n will be simply equals to k square, right? And clearly since m plus n cannot be equal to 1, so we can say that this k cannot be equal to plus or minus 1, right? So this is the condition. From this we can find the value of m. Just add these things. So m will be nothing but k plus k square upon 2, where k is any integer, right? And just subtract these things. So n will be nothing but k square minus k upon 2, right? Clearly in this and this has the product of two consecutive natural numbers in the numerator, so it will always be divisible by 2. Hence for each and every value of k, this will be constant, right? So one solution is this, where k belongs to any integer, but k should not be equal to plus minus 1, right? So one is this. Second is nothing but m plus n equals to 0, right? That is k comma minus k, where k is any integer, right? So these are the two possible solutions. One set is this thing and the other set is k comma minus k, where k can be any integer. Here there is a condition, k cannot be equal to plus minus 1, right? So these are the two possible set of solutions for this question, right? So as you can see, this is quite simple question as far as RMO level is considered, right? So let's move to the next question, question number 7th of year 1999, right? So this question says find the number of quadratic polynomials ax square plus bx plus c, all right, which satisfy the following condition. ABC should be distinct, right? ABC should belongs to this set 1 से लेकर 119 first 1999 natural numbers, right? and x plus 1 divides this, right? And this is important information. Since x plus 1 divides this, so f of minus 1, p of minus 1 should be 0. That is a minus b plus c, that should be 0. That will simply imply that a plus c, that should be equal to b, right? So that means b should be the largest number and sum of a and c should be equals to b, right? And a, b, c are clearly distinct, right? So let's count. If a equals to 1, let's assume a is greater than c. After that we will multiply the number of cases by 2 because c can also be greater than a, right? So let's assume a is greater than c. Sorry, a is less than c. That will not make any difference. Let's assume a equals to 1. So b can move from uh, 2, 3 and so on, a maximum of 1998. Sorry, c can belongs to 2, 3 and so on, maximum of 1998, because b can have a maximum value of 1999 and a is 1, so a plus c can have a maximum of 1999, right? So how many options are there for when a equals to 1? We have 1997 options, right? Now when a is equals to 2, then c may move from 3 to this thing is what, 1997, right? So how many numbers will be this? This will give us 1995 total numbers, right? Now similarly, if a equals to 3, then c can move from 4 till 1996, right? And that will give us how many numbers? 1993, right? And so on. So as you can see, the pattern is nothing but 1997 plus 1995, that is sum of odd numbers, 1993 plus and so on. Last term will obviously be 1, right? When that will be 1, when a is nothing but 999, then c will be nothing but 1000, and obviously b in that scenario will be 1999, right? So how many terms are these? These are basically sum of first 999 odd numbers. So its sum will be nothing but, its sum is 999 square. Now a and c can interchange the values. So the final answer will be 999 square into 2. And that is nothing but 1996002, right? So this is the final answer to this question, right? So again, this is a simple question of permutation and combination with some algebraic concepts, right? So that's a mixture of two concepts, right? So that's it from today's session, guys. Today we have discussed the last two questions of year 1999. Before ending the session, I'll again inform you that we'll be starting with this IOQM crash course, that is pre-RMO crash course, from first week of November. This is again completely free of cost, and all you need to do is just mail me these credentials on this email ID, chetan.garg@vedantu.com. And if you have already cleared pre-RMO exam last year, we will simply enroll you to RMO and INMO batches. Again, mail me just these credentials of yours on this email ID, chetan.garg@vedantu.com, right? So we will meet you in the next session. Till then, take a very good care of yourself. Thank you. Bye bye.